Okay, I call this meeting to order. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance and the invocation following. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Dear God, please bless our elected officials, grant them the wisdom to know and the courage to do what is right for all citizens. Amen.
Amen. Roll call, please.
Allen? Here. Green? Here. LaFour?
Here.
Mastrovich?
Here.
Ricks?
Here.
Warren?
Here.
Yark?
Here.
Good to see everybody's here tonight. Approval of minutes for the city council meeting of April 18th. Would motion be in order to accept those minutes?
Motion.
Support.
Motion been made and supported. Is there any discussion? Being not, all in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. We move on to audience comments on any non-agenda items. If anybody like to address the city council, we'd ask that you'd step to the podium, state your address for the record. We will move on. Adoption of agenda. Mr. City Manager, any changes?
No changes.
City Council, any changes?
No.
No changes.
No.
Being none, a motion to accept the agenda as presented be in order.
So moved.
Support.
Motion been made and supported. Any discussion? Being not, all in favor of the motion, say aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. Is there a motion for the consent agenda?
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented.
Support?
Motion been made and supported. There is no discussion on the consent agenda motion. All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. We move on to our items for consideration this evening, which we have three. The first one being consideration of special event request, summer concert signage. Mr. City Manager.
Council is scheduled to give consideration on a request from senior helpers to have signage that would advertise and direct people to the free concerts in the park. The concerts will once again be held on Thursday evenings this year. The three concert dates would be June 23rd, July 28th, and August 18th. Senior Helpers is requesting that we allow them to place some signs out in town 1 week prior to each of those events. We've approved that, I believe, for the last 2 years. This will be the third year that they've requested the additional signage to advertise the concerts.
Thank you. Is there a motion?
I make a motion to approve the special event application from Senior Helpers to have temporary signage in conjunction with the concerts in the park on June 16th through the 23rd, July 21st through the 28th, and August 11th through the 18th with the following condition. The applicant shall work with the city staff on proper placement of the signs to minimize any site visibility issues.
Support.
Motion been made and supported. Any discussion?
I forgot to mention those concerts will be in the pavilion at BB Street Park.
Very good. Do we know a time on that, John? I'm sorry to put you on the
That's all
spot
right.
there, but
I will verify that. I thought they were at 7 o'clock. Yeah, 7 to 8 p.m.
7 to 8. Okay, very good. Appreciate Senior Helpers and Rand Hewitt for putting that on again this year. It's drawing quite a few people over there for the concerts. Very nice. Also appreciate the fact that we have somebody, a business in town, coming in to request signage and going through the proper policy. Which is always appreciated when people follow our ordinances. Any other discussion?
Yes, just concur. Kudos having attended them before. It's a really nice event and get the community together.
Anything else? Comments from the audience? Back to the table? All in favor of the motion signify by saying aye. Aye. Against? Motion does pass. We wish him good weather. Item number 2 is consideration of special event request, St. Augustine Fall Festival signage. Mr. City Manager.
Council is scheduled to give consideration on a request from St. Augustine Catholic Church to have signage that would advertise and direct people to their annual parish festival, which is scheduled to be held the weekend of August 12th through the August 14th. This is, I believe, the second year they've come in for the additional signage, and they would place the signage out starting July 28th.
Thank you. Is there a motion before discussion?
I make a motion to approve the special event application from St. Augustine Catholic Church to have 6 temporary signs in conjunction with their annual parish festival on August 12th through August 14th with the following conditions. The applicant shall work with the city staff on proper placement of the signs to minimize any site visibility issues. The signs are allowed to be displayed beginning on July 28th, 2016.
Support.
It's been made and supported. Discussion? Again, we appreciate, Cindy, the fact that St. A's comes and asks for these spots rather than we have an issue with our signage that we're trying to clean up around our community, and we appreciate the fact that you guys are back again asking for permission. It's refreshing. Any other discussion? Did you have anything you wanted to say? Are you a week early this year?
Yes.
You are, okay.
For a couple different reasons, and I won't go into details when we push it.
Okay, very good, very good. Any other audience comments? Back to the table? All in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. Again, good luck this year. Our final item for consideration is the consideration of amending the scope of the CDBG ADA project. Mr. City Manager.
Tiffin City Council have previously approved a project to upgrade the ADA ramps along Main Street at the Water, Monroe, and Park Street intersections. As part of that, we also approved through the recommendation of the Streetscape Committee and the council goals and objectives on improving pedestrian safety and traffic flow along Main Street, that Monroe Street intersection would be have a pedestrian bump out installed. Once we have about $83,000 in CDBG funds that we have that can be used towards this project, and we always knew that there would be some amount of TIFA funds that would need to be added to that amount. But once we got the grant or the bids in for all 3 intersections, we quickly realized that it wasn't just a little bit of TIFA funds needed, it was quite a bit of TIFA funds. And so the main intersection at Monroe in Maine is the one that would receive the most benefit, because it would be where we would also not only upgrade the ADA ramp, but we would also do the bump out, which would then improve pedestrian safety by making it safer to cross that intersection, as well as slow the traffic down a little bit that's heading through town. So having reviewed all of the bids, it's the recommendation of the Public Service Director, Jim Getzinger, and myself, that we reduce the scope for this year of the ADA project. What we can do is in future years have CDBG funds to go towards taking care of those other 2 intersections. With that, we would then just have to take $66,000 in TIFA funds towards that project. Due to the timing, we did take that to TIFA last week, and they did approve the $66,768 towards this project.
Very good. Thank you. Is there a motion?
I make a motion to authorize the expense of $149,782.50 for the award of the 2016 ADA ramp improvements on Monroe Street only to the WCI Contractors Incorporated.
Support.
It's been made and supported. Discussion. Well, I think the funds are wisely being spent from the TIFA. The TIFA monies are for basically the enhancement of the downtown, and this was one of the original enhancements that we wanted to do a long time ago. It's definitely going to calm traffic, and it's definitely going to make it much safer for people to cross Main Street. So I think money well spent through the TIFA and through the CDBG. Any other comments? Any audience comments? Any DPW superintendent comments? How about questions? Back to the table. Timeline, when are we going to see the bump out?
Well, since we haven't awarded it, we haven't spoken with the contractor yet, but the completion date is early fall. Obviously, there's stipulations in there with the Good Old Days Festival that no work, it's 100% complete or not started, if you will, at that time, but it'll be this summer.
We were gonna use the bump house as a starting line for the outhouse race.
That still could be the case with this reduced scope
Just
of work.
kidding, just
that may-
kidding.
I know, but I just mean that may be the case, that it's done before Good Old Days. That's my expectation.
Okay. And we just hit on it when we took our walk the other night with Streetscape Committee, but there will be delineators on the bump out.
Yep.
That people are gonna know that it's there.
Yep, at the edge of the traffic lane, all 4 quadrants, there will be a reflective, flexible delineator so that traffic can see. It's most important in the winter, like for plow trucks and maintenance, but especially at the start, with this being a significant change, it'll highlight that change.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, very good. Any other comments, council?
Yes.
Jeff?
I'm a little concerned about the fact how much increased cost it ended up being, but it said, it's something we wanted to try. Let's see what happens. Hopefully it ends up being a positive thing for us.
Yeah.
We did, as far as the costs, we did review the costs, and they are appropriate. The original budget was from 2012. The economy is a lot different. It was a much simpler scope of work, so the unit prices were cheaper. So considering the changes, we felt that they were appropriate for this type of work.
Okay.
Okay. Any other comments? Being not, all in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Against? Motion does pass. We move on to city manager's comments, sir.
We do anticipate that the Pound Road project will start a week from today, on the 9th, roughly. The railroad, as we all can see, has started their crossing repairs to the division road, so for those watching on television or YouTube, just be aware that there's a little extra traffic on Main Street for this next week. And then this Thursday at 12:20 to 12:40 will be the National Day of Prayer in front of City Hall at 36725 Division Road.
Okay. Moving on, council comments. Start with Mike tonight.
Nothing, thank you.
Well said.
Nothing.
John?
Nothing.
Yum.
Nothing tonight.
Nothing.
You kidding me?
I can talk if you want.
This is the first, I think. This is
No,
the first.
let's see if you have nothing.
I have nothing. Although I will
Now
go
that's
through the
a first.
calendar very quickly. So it was a clean slate tonight. And council did started meeting at 5:30 tonight to have their first workshop meeting on the budget. And we broke to come to this meeting, and we will, once this meeting's over with, we're going back into the budget workshop to start the entire conversation on where our money is going this year. Today is May 2nd. We have a recreation board meeting tomorrow
Tomorrow night, yeah,
at City Hall here
correct.
at 7 o'clock on Tuesday the 3rd. As John mentioned, National Day of Prayer will be at the new City Hall on 32 Mile Road, Division, and that will begin at 12:20. Is that correct, Pastor? Okay, at 12:20, and there will be food afterwards provided by the
Richmond Rotary Club.
Richmond Rotary. We thank them for doing that also, and Pastor Eagley and all the other pastors that are going to participate in that. Hope for good weather. Mother's Day is this coming Sunday, the 8th, and we wish all the mothers a very happy day that day. Library Board will meet on the 9th at 7 o'clock at the library. The Cable Commission is slated to have a meeting on the 10th.
Correct.
At 7 o'clock right here at City Hall. And the Planning Commission, I believe, as of right now, is
As of
tentative?
right now, is tentative.
Okay.
We're evaluating that. We don't currently have a site plan.
If we don't need one, there's no reason to have
Well,
one.
this month, with everything going on, it might be
Yes.
better, yeah.
And 2 weeks from tonight is the next regular scheduled city council meeting, but the council again will be meeting at 5:30 to do another budget workshop. Those meetings are open to the public, held right here at City Hall at 5:30. And that takes us over to the EDC will be meeting on the 19th. we have a couple of announcements here. May 21st, the EMS, Richmond Lennox EMS, will be having a bowling fundraiser that is sponsored by the Richmond Chamber of Commerce. Tickets are available by calling the chamber at 727-3266, or this is going to be held at Strikers, and you can call directly to Strikers to get a lane, I'm sure, 727-9292. Again, it's a fundraiser for the Richmond Lennox EMS, and it's for, what do they call it? A Lucas chest compression system. It's designed to help improve cardiac arrest victims. So, very good fundraiser there. And also another one that will be happening at Maniachi's on May 27th. It's a Friday night. Doors will open at 6, dinner at 7. And they are going to have the Rhythm Society Orchestra. And tickets are in advance. Again, see Richmond Flower Shop. It is a big band tribute to the greatest generation and others who have served in the military to keep our country safe. So that is going to be another activity that will be happening in our community. Memorial Weekend, Friday night of Memorial Weekend. And of course, Memorial Day, Monday, we will have our parade and our services at the Richmond Cemetery, conducted by the City of Richmond / Richmond VFW Post. So, you know, though we just turned May, it seems as though the months are just flying by, so it'll be happening in 4 weeks. Is there anything else we need to add to the calendar? Being not, there is no other business, or I'm sorry, there is no closed session. Is there any other business of the City Council this evening? Being not, a motion to adjourn would be in order.
Make a motion to adjourn.
Support.
Motion been made and supported. There's no discussion. All in favor of the motion, signify by saying aye.
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 Against? Motion passes. Thanks for being with us.